Hailed as the biggest B2B startup challenge in India, the IBM Global Entrepreneur Program completed its second edition called IBM Gep Smart Camp India 2015. The Smart Camp was conducted across 9 cities with 3 regional finals. With over 600 applications, 50 esteemed judges and a final round with the top 9 contestants battling for the winning spot with attractive prizes. This year the stakes were higher than ever.
What we do as a part of this Global Entrepreneur Program is we work with startups. We almost work like a virtual accelerator, and except for the funding part, where it's got to do with technical mentorship, business mentorship. I personally mentor to various incubators, where it's go to market, and most important, I think we provide the cloud credits. Like we provide cloud credits worth $24,000 on combination of software and Bluemix to start with, and we can go up to 2,40,000 cloud credits.
Amongst the top 9 finalists were Derek Jose, co-founder, Flutura Business Solutions; Sridhar Shukla, co-founder, Kpoint; Anand Pralad, co-founder, Parblue; Siddharth Chandurkar, founder, Shepherd's Technologies; Ajay Agarwal, co-founder, Sirion Labs; Shyamendra Narain, co-founder, Take My Shipment; Khadim Bati, co-founder, Whatfix; VC Karthik, co-founder, Wabolo; and Jitin Talwar, co-founder, XLPAT TT Consultants. The fate of the contestants was in the hand of an esteemed panel of judges. Ravi Gururaj, Chairman, NASSCOM Product Council; Sanjay Anandaram, veteran venture capitalist; Piyush Gupta, serial entrepreneur; and Dales Krishnan, ED, Smarter Commerce Solutions, IBM Asia Pacific. Let's now take a look at the first of the contender pitches.
Flutura is an IoT intelligence company focused on extracting signals to impact outcomes in the energy vertical. We focus on 2 specific outcomes which expand revenue pools for our customers. The other use cases are outcomes which actually optimize a process or an asset, efficiency use cases. What's the secret sauce? So the product we make is called Cerebra. There are 2 products. One is Cerebra Nano Apps, which are energy-specific business solvers, and we have identified 116 energy use cases. The other is something called Cerebra Signal Studio, which is tuned to the machine data, the texture of the machine data, to extract signals from any new asset which comes in. Our vision is actually to be the #1 IoT player in the energy industry, and it should be from India. Very importantly from India, and that's our vision. That's all. Thank you.
How would you compete, and what, in your opinion, is the single biggest differentiator?
I would say inserting, verticalizing the industrial knowledge into the app and baking it into the app is the first primary differentiator.
Kpoint Technologies is all about letting you videofy your business. We give everything that one might need to do that. The problem we solve, video is today a must-have. Everybody has to do video to really communicate. The solution we give is we make it easy, because without Kpoint, today it appears difficult. The differentiation we have, we let you enhance video that's created anywhere. We make every video searchable, and then we make it measurable too. Today we are 15,000 plus hours of video streaming monthly, single video exceeding 100,000 and over 2 million views. The infrastructure we have put together scales fantastic globally. What we offer to customers is 4 layers of facilities. Creation at the top, every possible creation facility. We give interactivity so viewers have a great experience. We give the hard stuff, which is the infrastructure, which scales globally and is bandwidth efficient. And at the bottom, we give what IT and all the authors need, which is actionable analytics, starting with engagement and channels to categorize security on the mobile app.
You didn't talk much about revenue.
Yes, I can tell you our revenue this year is about $750K USD.
And what's the pricing model? How much would somebody pay for this?
A 1,000-person company, a B2B rollout per year will be about 25,000 USD.
Parblue fundamentally is about protecting digital assets in the cloud. As most of you know, enterprises are increasingly turning to the cloud for moving their digital data, whether it's data, whether it is workloads, whether it's applications. The highest concern point or the biggest inhibitor to cloud adoption is usually concern around security or privacy of their data. So Parblue solves this problem by creating something called a CASB, or a Cloud Access Security Broker. BlueCrypt is obfuscating the data or encrypting the data in a way that can only be unraveled by the enterprise itself and nobody else. So in this model, the cloud provider or Parblue will not have access to the data, will not be able to unravel the data, only the enterprise will be able to do it. One of the things we have done is, in addition to creating a CASB, which obfuscates and encrypts your data, we've also created a set of data management applications that go with the CASB.
And what is the deployment effort involved in plugging this into a new enterprise?
That's a great question. So I mentioned that we've made it like a Docker container, and that was intentionally done to make it very easy to deploy. So in the very early days, the software was a little more unwieldy, where it required somebody to go on site and install all the different components, etc. But we've modularized it over time, where it's extremely easy to deploy.
On the other side of the break, we take a look at the remaining contestants, pitch their businesses to the jury for a chance to claim the winning prize. Stay tuned.
The Smart Camp initiative behind IBM is the biggest B2B initiative, biggest B2B Smart Camp initiative that we have taken. This is the third year in consecutiveness that we are running it. The primary intent is to identify startups who can help and identify solutions which we can help grow.
Shepherd basically provides a platform to build omni-channel apps. When I say omni-channel apps, it is mobile, web, social, gaming, television, IoT or wearable apps. No matter what device the person is using, our platform helps him to develop the app. The front end is developed by the enterprise or the developer, and the back end is taken care by us. Apps generate a lot of data, and there are a plethora of analytics products in the market. But that data has to be made actionable so that people can do, app companies can do user acquisition, retention, engagement, and conversion. So we provide an actionable big data solution based on the apps which gets, based on the data which gets generated by the app. Today we are trusted by 34,000 plus customers all over the world. 22% of those are in India, 25 in US, and remaining rest of the world. We are processing like more than 21 billion API calls.
How do you sell this to the large enterprises? What's the mode you follow?
So one is our strong partnership with most of the IS providers. We have a strong GTM partnership, including IBM. So they open the door for us. Now we have a big, I could not show the customer base, but we have a large customer base with us. So that gives us credibility. And secondly, we also have a very strong B2B sales team.
Sirion Labs is a true enterprise-class SaaS multi-tenant software. We sell to the largest companies of the world. Our point of entry is in the hundreds of thousands when we get started, and we scale to the millions. The world has seen a shift over the last 20 years where consumption has moved from physical goods to complex services. And in particular, if you look at that strand on the top right there, complex services in the form of outsourcing today comprise more than 1.1 trillion of annual spend. So the problem for large enterprises is, how do we realize the value from these key complex services suppliers? The leakage in the services space is estimated to be as much as 20%. And just to give you an idea of what this means, it's more than $200 billion of annual leakage. We are talking about a very significant problem here. The product essentially takes 5 key enterprise silos running across legal, service delivery, supplier relationship management, and risk, and puts them on a single integrated platform. This means, in very simple language, if you know what is inside the contract, you can dynamically correlate it to raw performance data and then automatically audit the invoice. You can control the leakage which arises from the supplier not fulfilling their obligations.
So most enterprises would already have a lot of procurement systems. So you built adapters and connectors to an SAP.
Absolutely. This is, as I said, it's an enterprise class, true blue software system we integrate with the heart of the companies. It is a painful switching cost. But once we are there forever.
Good evening. I'm going to talk to you about Take My Shipment. Basically, it's a marketplace for transportation. It's basically supposed to, we think we'll disrupt the $70 billion trucking market which is there in this country. It provides you best transporters at the best prices. And it provides one-stop solution for all logistics needs for big customers. We've had good traction with marquee customers. We have 500 transporters verified, 100 big shippers. We have done 20,000 plus truck auctions so far, about 110 crores this year, and about 8,000 we'll do in December. So what is the revenue model? We collect the business finalized on the site. Transporters pay 1%, shippers have started paying us 1% or gain share or fixed annual fees.
How do you scale this business? You have to sign up both suppliers and buyers, right? It's a typical exchange issue. How do you scale this?
So for transporters, we have a team which goes around registering them. We verify, we don't take everybody. For shippers, so far we've been going, there's a business development team which goes there. And because we are...
It's direct sales. Yeah. You have to go, it's very labor intensive.
It is labor intensive in the beginning, but then what happens, word of mouth starts building up. Then people are calling us. And what we've done is, as a strategy, we've gone to the big customers in each vertical.
For the last 2.5 years, we've been working on Whatfix, which is helping individuals and companies to enhance their self-service capability. So what does Whatfix do, actually? So think about last time when you try to use any product. So what happens? You start figuring out different tabs, buttons, to figure out how I can move forward. So what companies do today to enhance self-service of their products? When you look at any of the support pages of any of the companies today, of the products, they are mostly verbose text articles. If you start using a new product, you're bombarded with the lengthy PDFs. And this is more or less standard. Doesn't matter which industry, which size of the companies, whether it's small, large, finance, SaaS, enterprise. PDFs, HTMLs, PDFs, articles, videos have become a standardized help formats. But what happens if the user is trying to use any application and doesn't get the right help in a couple of clicks? They end up raising a lot of support tickets, increasing the burden for your support teams. Or some of the users would just move on. They will not use your product, reduce engagement, increase churn, and reduce conversions. So that's where actually Whatfix comes into picture, actually. We want to enhance the self-service capabilities of any products.
What about the mobilized version of the experience? Lots of the screens you showed me were web, but when I go to the mobile device, how does that manifest itself?
If your application or a product, which is a web, actually is adaptable or responsive to the mobile, Whatfix also along with them is responsive.
At Wabolo, we're trying to solve the problem of where is it? My name is VC Karthik. I'm the CEO of Wabolo, and this is how we're trying to solve the problem. But before I get into that, let me tell you why navigation in India is broken, right? So there is a root cause analysis for this. The first problem, unstructured addressing. Your address doesn't mean anything. Your PIN code may mean something, but in Bombay, where I come from, PIN codes are the size of small cities, right? Very difficult to figure that out. Okay, so we realized this problem. What did we do to solve it? Well, we did a simple Make in India solution. We geared everything. So the maps that we made for India were made from the ground up. We used our own hardware. We used our own software. We used our own proprietary set of 1,500 tools to actually put this map together. We know that Indians like navigating visually. So Wabolo is the only platform that has street view of 54 cities, and it also has the richest maps in those 54 cities. By richest, I mean we have 26 million real estate structures mapped out. We have 4.3 million merchants mapped out.
What's the coverage you have right now in terms of, cities and?
Yeah. Right now we have 54 cities out of the 271 that we want to cover. By this time next year, we will be 100 cities.
I am a lawyer, a patent agent, an engineer. This is my second startup, XLPAT. Let's just size up the issue. There's about 100 million technology documents that come into existence total. There's about 100 million technology documents in existence. About 2.5 million of these come into existence every year. That's all the world's patents and all some non-patent literature. Upwards of about $1 billion pages. And then from these billion pages, about a spend of $230 billion comes every year. Now, about 1% of these $1 billion accounts for this $230 billion of spend. So, the idea is to actually identify that 1% of the investments, have it validated, and then go in for investments. What we've done is we've licensed in all the world's technology ever made. 100 million technology documents, upwards of 1 billion pages we've licensed in. Added a level of artificial intelligence, machine learning, cognitive sciences, etc. Added our own algorithms using, and then we've used the IBM and Lingo and Alchemy, all these three different areas. We've added that technology into it, and what you get is a very nice set of visualization, along with an idea of what's going on in the domain.
Monetization model, subscription basis?
Subscription, yes. Subscription basis, we are revenue positive now, as of now, and it's a per seat model. Plus, we are right now getting in more and more people. We're not really very stringent upon getting the money up front.
Don't go anywhere as we reveal the winners of the IBM Global Entrepreneur Program Smart Camp India 2015 after the break. While the motivated contestants and the audience waited with bated breath for the victors to be revealed, the winner of the previous year's challenge, Aruna Shwas, founder of Stella Technologies, and Sandeep Panda, founder InstaSafe, got on stage to discuss the opportunities, challenges, and way forward in their industry.
So what are your experiences of addressing the B2B space, raising fund, and meeting your enterprise clients and making a sale? So how has this journey been, and what's your view and what's your inputs for the aspiring B2B startups out there, Aruna?
I think what IBM has done last year, I wasn't aware of the year before, is amazing for enterprise software. I'm going to really zero in on that because that's kind of the poor relation in the whole funding world and in the whole world, right? And it's a tough game because it's not building an app and pushing it out and hoping somebody will pick it up. It's about 7 to 10 years of intensive product development. I mean, IBM was not built in a day, so it does take a long time. It's a direct sale to large customers, which also takes time. But once you're on that journey and your product is validated, you have a couple of good technology partners to work with, then you're on your way.
So how do you handle rejection? When a customer shuts the door on you, how do you deal with it?
Bro, I think it's a very nice smile.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, no, so...
Easy said than done. Huh?
Yeah, definitely. We've got to continue to engage. Definitely, no B2B, engagement starts off immediately. The qualification process, working along with the customers is important. But at the same time, also it is important as a startup to know where you draw the line. If you're realizing that, probably engagement takes too long, then you're better off engaging somewhere else, or re-segment or retarget your customers, or rather your prospects, so as to get a quicker traction there.
The jury was left with a challenging task to decide on the winner and the first runner-up of the second edition IBM Global Entrepreneur Program Smart Camp India. The second runner-up was selected on the basis of an audience poll done via a Twitter app. At the end of each presentation, the audience would tweet the score they gave for each team, and these scores were calculated at the end along with the judges' scores to decide on the victor. The second runner-up, selected by audience vote, was Siddharth Chandurkar, founder, Shepherd's Technologies. The first runner-up was Derek Joes, co-founder, Flutura Business Solutions. And the winner of the challenge was Ajay Agarwal, co-founder, Sirion Labs.
Part is that it reaffirms what we are doing and gives us more encouragement, not only for me, but there is a big team behind, right, which makes this thing a reality, whatever is happening, so the success goes to them.
I think we got two important things this event. One is a lot of knowledge, and secondly is a lot of access to networks, which startup hungers for. It's a great validation of the problem we are trying to solve and the vision we have. I think it's a huge validation. This is more important than money for us because it energizes us and keeps us going. Yes, extremely important.
Well, my thoughts are one of pride for the engineers who work in our company and who had opportunities to work in much more lucrative B2C startups, but chose to focus on the difficult and less rewarding task of B2B. For me, it's a moment of pride that we can see that enterprise software, and specifically the challenge that we've chosen to address, is something that's relevant to the judges and the Smart Camp.